Take two. Hello, welcome. Vulcan Liner welcomes you. We're gonna try again. Etrian Odyssey Untold. Virtual Remix. Blue Moon Episode 3. I really don't know what was going on with the internet today, I swear. I just wish it didn't have to happen like that, but here we are now. So, where we last left off, we were fighting against the Cerulean, we beat it, and now we have access to the third stratum as Blue Moon. But first, time to take on the quests here. I bring this up because the client claims to have been part of this band of thieves. Apparently, Adu himself gave this guy a treasure map, and it leads to something behind the crystal door on B5F. This is the location of that door. It sounds a bit fishy to me, but a job's a job. Good luck and keep an eye open out there. Time to state the request, have you? Entering the labyrinth means the possibility of coming face to face with death. All adventurers know that. Because of that, there are many who end up burying their own bones down in the maze. The client and his friends split up to flee a monster on B11F. He was the only one to return. Can you please go down and get some proof of their deaths? He doesn't know where they died, so be careful. Ugh. They did not reload their save files. Decided to take the request, have you? The client wants you to round up all the parasites of B10F and exterminate them all at once. In order to lure them out, you'll need to use this sugar water. The client said that the insects will be attracted to its sweet scent. The insects can be found in a small room in the southwest area of B10F. Make sure to stamp them out. Good luck. And we also got a mission to take care of, map the newfound stratum. I see you've undertaken the mission, allow me to explain the details to you. Even we in Narada don't know much about the 11th and 12th floors of the labyrinth. There were ones who ventured often into that stratum, but no record survive of who they were or what they found. So we've tasked a number of soldiers with mapping the unknown floors. But it appears the burden of exploring a new area is too heavy for them alone. Please, support them in their efforts to complete the maps of those two floors. You pause before the door when you hear something moving just beyond. You suddenly remember the quest you accepted at the pub. The quest was about exterminating a number of parasites on B10F. Perhaps those parasites are beyond this very door. If you have enough energy and gumption to eliminate these parasites, you open the door and go inside. You can sense countless creatures moving around you. The insects may be near. Use the sugar water? You sprinkle sugar water around the surrounding trees. Lured by the sweet scent, a cloud of butterflies emerges and draws near. The swarm of poisonous butterflies hesitates and attacks you. So we're gonna put up with rounds of toxin flies. We do have to be careful because their poison deals around 120 damage each turn. You defeat the swarm that attacked you, but a second rabble swoops in, attracted by the scent and the noise. So there are 4 rounds total, each round getting more cohorts. Fortunately for someone like Rivka, who happens to know Legion Thrust, and What was the other thing? Yeah, that. Basically heals HP whenever she defeats an enemy. That would be Turning Tide. After you defeat the last of the second batch, yet another flight of butterflies moves in for the kill. Nice. No more butterflies are entering the area. You prepare to take on the final stragglers. Oh, cool. You catch your breath and look about you. Although the ground is strewn with the corpses of poisonous butterflies, there are none left alive. You have completed a quest. Now all you have to do is return to the pub and report your activities. Alright, now we can move on to Azure Rainforest. Curious Cerulean wood. In your journey through these forests, tinted blue as the ocean, you encounter a soldier. The worry creasing his brow lifts when he sees you, and he smiles as he greets you. You're the adventurer sent by the Rotter on a mission down here, no? We've been looking forward to meeting the skilled warriors who felled the king of the jungle. You've heard then that we were ordered to map the corridors of B11F and B12F. But with these dreadful beasts and these twisted passages, we were at wit's end. I tell you, it's a sure relief to have help from the fine members of Blue Moon. I'm sure you'll complete all the maps in no time. Soldier walks briskly back home as if his duty has been completed. You see the soldier off before heading into the forest again. Alright, so we gotta fulfill our mission, mapping the entirety of B11F and B12F. Oh, let's take on this event right here. You spot something sticking out of the ground at an odd angle. On closer inspection, you discover a broken wand. That's one of the items that the three adventurers fell. On the items from the three adventurers that fell. So the thing is, because this is New Game Plus, we do not have to worry about mapping the entirety of the place. Because we've already drawn all the walls and stepped over pretty much all over the tiles. Stop at one of the forest dead ends to find a rather large boulder. The boulder is large and flat enough for the whole party to sit comfortably. It could be just the thing, you think, to rest your sore bodies. Sit down on the boulder. As you set firmly on the boulder, Rivka yelps in pain. You inquire into their distress to find that Rivka claims something jabbed into them. Uh-oh. You look at the spot where Rivka sat, find a piece of broken coral. It seems Rivka sat directly on the coral growing from the boulder. Ow. She survived with 3 HP. You decide that the boulder may not be fit to rest upon after all, and leave the area with the coral fragment. At least we got rock coral, right? Don't worry. Bunsuto's here to put on the bandage. In order to call this map complete. We basically have to use the sights, which is the highlighted portions of the map. If we sight it all over the map, turning them from dark to light, then that would be considered... No, the map will be considered complete. It can't just be drawn. It has to be sought out. Underneath some vegetation, you notice what appears to be an article clothing amid a clump of weeds. You push the plants out of the way and dig a bit, uncovering a chip axe. And that's the second item from the 3 adventurers. Let me go get water. Alright, I'm back. Alright, so we just walked into those FOEs over there. Those ants... They travel in a set pattern, but if they spot you, all the ants nearby will go after you. That's one thing to be careful. Another thing we have to watch out for would be the variety of pitfalls that are scattered all over the place. If we go into the pitfall, we'll descend the floor. However, we still need to map the entirety of the floor we're in order to unlock floor jump. So if you don't have a thread, don't bother just yet. Alright, we got some ants here. Blood ants. Let's see, for this FOE, HP is 1586, attack is 33, and defense is 28. Weak to ice, but resist stab and fire attacks. Its only skill is Attack Unit, which raises the physical attack of allies in its row for 3 turns using its head. This will be a tough one because I'm in the middle of a room with 2 other ants in there, so... And of course I can't get through without being in battle with most of them, so... And of course I got blindsided. Go figure. Nothing new. Alright, alright. Delayed heal coming in clutch. Almost dead. Nice. Well, we took care of those guys. Alright, alright. There aren't that many, I would say, events on the first two floors of the third stratum, partially because they're more connected to each other. But yeah, so I guess I should explain what took this whole thing so long. So, I actually could have tried to stream this last month. Well, it's already February at this point, right? So I could have tried to stream this in sometime in December. That didn't work out because the whole family here was in a panic trying to get everything ready for traveling abroad. We went to Texas, nice place. We visited our family there and spent our Christmas there. All was pretty well. But I could not, I actually could not, like, do much in regards to trying to get this episode out on time. Since everyone was in a panic getting ready. So I was hoping to get it done, to have it done and streamed during the New Year's week. And then I got a strange headache. Like, it was happening in the middle of December too. Like, I was able to put up with it for a bit of time, but then I don't know. It just kept on getting a weird headache, especially when I was reading stuff. So I kind of somewhat panicked because the headache was persisting whenever I would be reading things in the computer. So I pretty much went to the doctors and they said that they didn't find anything strange. The eye doctor said that my eyes were normal. But the headache was still there. But then... you know, for some reason the headache went away. Not sure what to make of that. Oh, an event. In the depths of the forest, you find the oft-encountered Ronin, alone for once. She notices you as well, and turns to speak with you. So, you've reached the third stratum. You've come this far, but what is it you seek? Ren stares coldly at you, awaiting your answer. You ponder the question. Solve the mysteries, right? The mysteries of Yggdrasil, the reason for the labyrinth's existence. You are certainly not the only explorer seeking to unravel these enigmas. A faint smile creases the harsh warrior woman's face before she continues. Hear me then. Etrian was once a small frontier town, in the days before the labyrinth was discovered. But ever since then, it has become a boomtown with the influx of explorers. What do you think will happen to Etrian once the mysteries of the labyrinth are solved? Ren's cold stare remains locked into your eyes, as though she is testing you. You'll do what you must, I suppose, if you are to continue down this road. And consider where such a road must eventually lead. Ren pauses, producing a weathered scroll from her belongings. If, after doing so, you decide to continue, this secret scroll of the Ronin will be of use. Old scroll. Ren hands you the scroll, turns to leave, and pauses before she disappears into the foliage. The road you walk, and mine, they will meet again. Till then, take care. With that, she is gone. You give her words thought as you return to your investigation. So, a quick word about this event. This is normally the event that appears in the original Etrian Odyssey. And the item that she gives you, it's what allows you to hire Ronins in the guild. However, because this remake already contains Ronins and Hexers, the event was disabled for the remake. It was already there, built and translated even, but it was never activated. And it's available for Story and Classic. Like, there's already data for both scenarios. However, but then this mod that includes the Highlander and the Gunner classes, they also reactivated this event, just because. Why not? Anyways, so I tried to stream this episode sometime in the beginning of January, and then I got a strange headache. I went to the doctors, they said that nothing was wrong. At least that's what it seems like. Or, so I'll have a follow-up later in the next week. But, and then afterwards, toward the end of January, my headache started to disappear. So, I don't know what was that all about, but... Oh, preemptive attack. That would be... the Servitor Ant. There we go. HP is 2186, attack is 31, and defense is 31. Weak to ice, resists stab, and fire. Its skills are a defense unit. Using its head, it raises the physical defense of all enemies in the same row, lasting for 3 turns. It's basically the tank version of the other FOE, the Blood Ant. Okay. And that's a violet door. We can't access that without a violet key. Much like the white door and the white key. No, Tatsu! You died too soon. Oh well. I have to wonder what... Oh, you have seen every inch of this floor and drawn an excellent map. The Rada will be pleased to see your handiwork. If you are done mapping the other floor as well, return to the Rada and show them the results. If not, then move along to the next floor and complete the second half of your task. So yeah, you just need to sight all over the place, and then the game will tell you right away that you've completed the mapping. As you walk the Azure Path, you discover a number of ants moving about while carrying something in their jaws. The ants are so preoccupied with their work that they have not yet noticed your party. If you wish, you can attack the ants and plunder their harvest. Nah, though they are fierce predators who normally attack on sight, you have it at heart to interrupt their labors. You decide to let the ants go for now and return to your own duties. In Red Sun, we attack them straight away, no questions asked. So what happens if we spare them this time, right? You find a small mound of earth here. Upon closer inspection, you find a chipped shield and a broken sword. You take a moment to dig the sword out of the dirt. You believe you have found the lost belongings of the 3 fallen adventurers. Alright. Let me see what happens if I message to Rivka about the Boulder event. Alright, alright. Okay, so that's one of the pitfalls that lets us access the 12th basement 12th floor? B12F. Anyways, good work. I'll pass the remains on to the clients. Thank you. I want to think I understand the impulses that drive you adventurers. But seeing things like this makes me afraid to post jobs up. Still, it's true that the town knows its life, but to brave, maybe even foolhardy people like you. All I can do is pray for your safety. Don't get reckless, you hear? Promise me that. We have saves. We can reload them anytime we want to. We're cool. Defeated bugs? Good work. I hate insects. Hearing that you've wiped out whole species of them makes me really happy. Fortunately, Hana's not here for that. I'd expect nothing less of seasoned adventurers. Killing bugs is a piece of cake, right? Tell you what though, if one ever shows up in my house, I'm asking you to get rid of it for me. Aha! And we got more quests. Decided to take the request, have you? Somebody found a boot and brought it here, thinking it was an adventurer's. Nobody's claimed it so hard, though. I posted a few flyers, but no one has come forward. I want you to ask around. Here it is. How does somebody lose a boot? Maybe it belongs to a rookie adventurer, one who can't tie his laces properly. No, dear girl, that would be a faulty assumption. Oh, who are you? This boot likely belongs to a high-level survivalist who has made it to the 3rd stratum. A small man, chestnut brown hair, in a party made up of mainly other survivalists specializing in gathering. He is in no hurry to find his boot, but it's not something he can afford to lose forever either. Let's see. If you were going to look him, I would recommend B11F in the northeast mining spot. That was strange. Does he know the owner of this boot? Das Boot. Well, we don't have any other clues to go on, so why don't you take a look at the northeast mining spots on B11F? Good luck. Decided to take a request, have you? There must be a real emergency if the hall is sending out alerts for all adventurers. You'll need to get the details from the hall soldier on B10F. I've heard there's a man-eating monster that's attacking and eating anything it sees. Be careful, everyone. Love, cast in silver. Decided to take a request, have you? The client wants to make a ring using corundum. A marriage proposal with a handmade ring. That's so romantic. But before he can do that, he needs your help. I heard you can mine it at the 3rd stratum. Good luck. When you reach B10F, the hall soldier smiles in relief and runs towards you. Well, I didn't think that the famous guild Blue Moon would be coming here. Soldier makes a slight bow, and begins to explain the details of their quest. Bow, bow, slight bow. You see, there's a plant monster that's been appearing here at B10F and attacking everyone it sees. We were sent here to kill the man-eater, but it's too strong for us. Not only that, it's incredibly fast. Even if we corner it, it's gone in the next moment. So, we'd like the help of you young, strong and skilled adventurers who have a grasp on surviving the 2nd stratum. I guess we're all young adventurers too. Soldier reaches into his pocket and pulls out a pink sachet of incense. If you burn this where the plant is, it should numb it, keeping it from moving. That's when you should strike. There have been reports that the man-eating plant is hiding somewhere in a small room here on B10F. I'm sure adventurers of your caliber will be more than capable of handling it, but I wish you luck. With a serious look on his face, the soldier hands you the incense and steps back. Alright. So we go into this specific room here. The instant you set foot in the room, you begin searching for a presence. It's a room in the northeast, by the way. You get the feeling that distinct feeling that you're being watched. Perhaps this is coming from the plant monster that has been attacking people. If you believe this to be the place, you should try kindling the pink incense in the middle of this room. Ignite the pink incense? You decide that the monster must be in this room, and burn the pink incense given to you by the soldier. The room begins to fill with a spreading cloud of pink smoke. Without warning, you hear a heavy thud right beside you. You see a large plant monster there, writhing in pain. However, it still harbors malice toward you, and slams its spines on the ground like whips. This monster is surely the one behind the attacks. Take this opportunity and defeat the beast now. Would this be Plant 43? Or Ivy 43? What did he call him, Resident Evil 2 again? Yep, it is called a monster plant in general. Oh yeah, Plant 42, there we go. Wait, really? You deliver the final blow to the ferocious plant, and it drops to the ground. You have successfully killed the monster. All that remains is to go to the pub and report on your victory. Oh yeah, I was right, it was Plant 43. While on the lookout for the owner of the boots, you find a group of adventurers near a mining point. A party of only 3 survivalists, one of whom with chestnut brown hair. You recall the oddly specific advice that the strange man at the pub gave you. Strangely enough, one of the men in front of you matches the description perfectly. Hey, that's my spare boot. I lost one of them earlier. I didn't notice I had fallen out of my pack, so I didn't know when I lost it. Thanks for bringing it back. But how'd you know it was mine? And how'd you know I'd be here? You tell the baffled survivalist of the man you met at a pub. I've never even seen a guy like that before. Oh well, we just finished up some mining. Take this as a token of my appreciation. Ah, Corundum. This is what we need, actually. You were able to find the boot's owner. You should return to the pub and tell the woman about this quest. You obtain the Corundum requested by the client. All that remains is to deliver it to the pub. Why don't we get our own Corundum here? Oh, yeah, even 3 pieces. Perfect. As you tread the blue forest, you can hear water dripping from somewhere. Looking around, you find a small hole. You listen carefully and determine that the sound is coming from within. If you are curious, you can peer into the hole, but you could also leave the area now. When you illuminate the dark hole with your torch, you find water pooled at the bottom. This must be the sound that you heard. You are free to quench your thirst here or leave the pool be. Since you happen to be thirsty, you draw water from the bottom and lift it to your mouth. Lo and behold, your tired bodies instantly recover their stamina. Body recovers 80 HP and 30 CP. Seems this is a natural well, and the water within is rich in minerals. You could, if you wished, make a note of its location in order to make use of it again in the future. Good stuff. We'll get to the bandit's treasure in a bit. Good work, everyone. I'm glad you were able to reunite the boot with its owner. Still, that guy from before didn't know the owner at all? How could he possibly have known so much about him then? It is far from uncanny, dear woman. The answer was before your eyes, but you weren't looking. That's all. Asking for an explanation? Sure. You ask and I shall answer. Facts lie in simple logic that anyone can understand. Examining the size of a shoe allows one to easily determine the gender and general physique of the wearer. The shape matches most survivalist boots, and it has been modified to allow one to move with great stealth. Now, the pattern of wear shows a great deal. These shoes were worn in battle, planted as if on the front line. For a long-range support unit such as a survivalist to be on the front line, this party must be somewhat small. The bluish-black spots with splashes of mud can only come from spending time near water. No place in the forest, save for the recently pioneered dirt stratum, is damp enough to cause those strains. And from the scratches and spatters of mud on the higher parts, it was clear the owner spent extensive time digging. From all these indications, I deduced that the boots belonged to an adventurer looking for raw materials. Oh, and there was a strand of hair caught in the lining. That was the simplest clue of all. You have any other questions? Who are you? I am Austin, a detective. I have business here in this country, and will be staying here for some time. If you need any help, come ask me. He really likes to talk, doesn't he? Either way, it's good that you were able to return the boot to its owner. If there's something we don't know in the future, maybe we can ask him. Good job, everyone. Yeah! Official Business 1 complete. Good work, everyone. That Hall's job must have been really tough. I can tell by the looks on your faces. But you did it. That's simply incredible. The people at the Hall were all impressed by his skill. They told me to thank you. You really did it this time. Love cast in silver. Complete. Good work, everyone. This is definitely corundum. I'll give it to the client. I'd like to see what kind of ring he makes out of it. Alright. As you walk the two blue-tinted path, your foot hits something. Looking closer, you find some things that could be used in crafting. In addition, something is moving up ahead that catches your eye. You squint to make out what appears to be ants carrying things back to their nest. It seems they are overburdened and are now discarding some of their load. The materials close at hand were most likely abandoned in the same way. Decide to take the bounty for yourselves. So what happens here is, since we spare the ants and just let them be back at the 11th floor, B11F. They decide to leave behind some of the items here, but only because they were overburdened. If we tried to attack them, they would just ambush us in that spot. And that's what happened in Red Sun. We find something jutting out. Touching the object shows it to be sharp as a needle and hard as a rock. Striking it causes it to bring out a high, clear tone. You could try digging it out just to see what is buried here. Sure. As you dig up the earth, a conch with many thorns shows itself. Thinking it may fetch a good price, you tuck it away with your other belongings. A snap shell. You give thanks for your good fortune in coming across such an unexpected find as you leave the area. Welcome back. I've just finished making some snacks for tea. Why don't you take a little break? I shall ready some cordials. Please have a seat. And so we get the last one on the list. I have some freshly baked gugahof here. Please have some before it cools. This is my grandmother's recipe, so I'm confident that you will enjoy it. Now that I think about it, it was my grandmother who taught me how to make cordials as well. She was usually a very kind person, but when it came to making food, she would suddenly become very strict. I wasn't too fond of it at the time, but thanks to her teaching, I am able to be of service to you. I wonder if my grandmother would be shocked if I thanked her now. Oh, there I go blabbering on again. I should know my place as a maid. Oh, how embarrassing. Ahem. Now then, is there anything else you would like me to do? Oh, it's a boss. You reach a hidden area after pushing through an opening in the sea of trees. The faraway sound of a horde of insects reaches your ears. Straining your eyes to see where the noise is coming from, you see a gigantic ant. You realize with alarm that you have trespassed into the ant's forest nest. If you are to proceed, battle with the devilish ants will be inevitable. Might as well take care of it now, right? Alright, Queen Ant. HP is 6965, attack is 38, defense is 27. Weak to ice, resists fire. Its deadly skills are Queen's Verdict. Using its arms, it deals medium damage to random targets, hitting 3 to 5 times. Buster, using its legs, it lowers the entire party's accuracy, and also has a low chance of blinding them. Ruler's Eye, using its head, it inflicts confusion on one party member. And Crunch, using its head, it deals heavy damage on a single target. Fortunately, this round of battle has not been too tedious for me. It may have been a little bit long, but it wasn't too frustrating. I'll take what I can get. Once more, Kira leading the way with Frigid Slash. And we also got Hanari with the Ice and Freeze alchemy. Ice and Freeze formulas. Nice. I tried to go for the disabling shot because in the event that accuracy was blinded and all. Accuracy was lowered, I mean. But we got it. Alright, Kira. Kiwa. Queen and Slade. Slain? Queen and slain. With a long shrill death cry, the Queen Ant collapses to the floor. You have at last defeated a powerful foe. So the Queen Ant's mechanic is basically it spawns eggs all over, and those eggs spawn FOE ants. You have seen every inch of this floor and drawn an excellent map. Bravado will be pleased to see your handiwork. The same message. But yeah, the Queen spawns the eggs, which spawns the ant FOEs, and then if we don't take care of them quickly, the ant FOEs will catch up to us. But we took care of it quickly, so they could not catch up to us. Ha ha ha. The Blue Moon Guild. I knew I could count on you. Thank you for your hard work. We at the Rada are another step closer to the mystery of the labyrinth. But allow me to ask you something. Is it your wish to continue investigating the forest? I thought as much. It is the only natural answer for explorers, I suppose. But it seems our chieftain, Lord Vizel, has other opinions. He believes that the forest should be left as is, that there is no need to uncover what's hidden within it. But I forget myself. I shouldn't speak to you of such things. In any event, your maps will be a boon to our research of the third stratum. We'd like to present this to you as a token of our appreciation. I'm sorry to broach the subject when you've just finished one mission, but I have another request to make of you. We've dispatched soldiers to draw a map of the third stratum, but a number of them have delivered worrisome reports. We will need your help in this mission. Will you accept? Lurker in the Rainforest. You accepting? Very good. Now then. As I mentioned earlier, There's a strange creature in the third stratum we are unable to reach. They seem to be a humanoid life form native to the forest. We may need to deal with them. For now, we're discussing with the chieftain how to best handle them. In the meantime, we want you to investigate the life form and report back with details. But beware, for there's no knowing if the life form will be friend or foe to humans. Hey there, Blue Moon. I'm a little busier than usual today. You remember that detective, Austin? He's a real hit right now, so he can figure things out with barely any clues. Oh, speak of the devil, here he is now. Can you figure out what's my love life in the future? Well, if it isn't the members of Blue Moon, helping you in your quest seems to have earned me some celebrity. I suppose I shouldn't underestimate the influence you adventurers have on this town. Sadly, the greats unwashed think I'm some sort of cheap fortune teller, and detectives like myself are often misunderstood. That's pretty unfortunate. Oh, I'm used to this kind of treatment. But it's not all bad. Speaking with so many people has helped me to gather a wealth of information. Anyway, I wanted to ask you if there are any large monsters on the third stratum. Oh, it's not an important question. I'm just interested in the distribution of animal habitat. Tell them about the forest monsters? I see. Thanks for the information. Well, I suppose I'll continue my little fortune-telling gift for now. I may hear something interesting. What a jolly fellow. Mystery of the Labyrinth. Decided to take the request, have you? The client is an experienced adventurer. He said he saw something strange in the second stratum. It's a cute little plant that moves. He tried picking it up, but it ran away. He's been looking for it ever since, but he hasn't had any luck, so he decided to enlist some help. The client says he saw a strange plant at a dead end on B10F in the second stratum. Though he reports that it just popped out of the dead end, though Jai going through apparent dead end walls. It'll probably take some patience to find it, but good luck. Orphans of the Forest. Decided to take the request, have you? It's a mystery why, but the ants living on B12 have become very violent at a certain time each year. They claim the lives of many adventurers. I want you to find a reason why they turn so antagonistic. Pun very much not intended. Antagonistic. If we can find out what's happening, then we may figure out a way to deal with it. I'm counting on you. Jeff's request 1. Decided to take the request, have you? Jackson the chef has another request. He wants to pioneer a new trend of using bug nests as a main ingredient in dishes. Let's see. I heard you can get it from dragonflies on B13F. Wants 3 of them. What kind of food can you make out of bug nests? I had not a clue. While searching for the strange plants on the second stratum, you reach a dead end. You look around, but see nothing but trees blowing in the wind. You have no idea where to find the plants. According to client, the plants jumped out of a dead end. Perhaps you should keep coming back here until it appears. So you had to activate battle at this end point. Then just hope that this world sprout appears. And then you can one-hit KO it. You were able to find and defeat the strange plant. You decide to take the carcass back to turn it in at the pub. The material drops helps give a boost to... helps unlock an accessory of sorts. A really good accessory. You feel tension in the air, B12F. This must be because the ants had turned violent, as you had heard in the pub. You must determine what the ants are hiding. Check your map and figure out where you should go. Go to this dead end right here. You escape from the ant guards and proceed deeper, finding large eggs hidden within the vegetation. These eggs must be the ants. Clearly, they become violent in protection of their eggs. You should escape the nest so that you can report your findings on the ants' behavior. Upon opening the door, the first thing you see is the imposing figure of a stone giant. You think back on the quest you have accepted to search for the lost treasure of Edu, King of Thieves. According to the map, the treasure should be in this room. But you cannot make a thorough search of the room with the stone giant present. You can either take on the master of this room, or you can turn back now. We will fight it in just a moment. For now, let's turn in these quests. That's why. The ants are protecting their eggs? I can see why they would turn so violent then. I'll put out a warning to other adventurers, telling them to avoid the ants in this season from now on. Nice. Mystery of the Labyrinth complete. Good work, everyone. Is this the plant? It really is cute. You found it at a dead end on B10F, right? Maybe you'll find another one there. If you want to find out, that's probably your best bet. Now then, here's your reward. Yeah, so it spawns repeatedly in that one spot. And that's how you get the accessory multiple times. Alright. Now we can take on this boss. Golem. HP is 6,000. Attack is 52, defense is 33. No weaknesses and resists all physical ailments. Physical elements? Yeah, physical attacks. Status weakness. It's weak to... I believe that's curse. Yep. It's weak to curse, poison, headbind, and legbind. It resists stun, panic, paralysis, and armbind. And it's immune to instant death and petrify. Oh, it is a stone golem. Alright. Skills are Rock Hammer. Using its arms, it deals a strong melee bash attack to a single target, inflicting splash damage. Triple Hammer, using its arms, 3 random melee bash attacks across its entire party. Regen, using its head, the golem will recover around 550 HP for 3 turns. Flash, using its head, has the chance to blind the entire party. Power Wall, using its arms, increases the golem's physical defense for 3 turns. And Force Wall, using its arms, it increases the golem's elemental defense for 3 turns. It also has a passive skill called Endure. If its HP reaches 0, it endures any lethal blow and recovers 30,000 HP. It's basically an auto-revive skill. Yep, this golem has an auto-revive. The best efforts are to keep it down or deal with an arm bind, as long as one of your party members has the capability of doing such a thing. You could definitely get away with dealing leg bind, due to the fact that if Flash blinds your entire party, then leg bind will prevent your attacks from missing. You still need to cure it, but it helps. As for the reason why you want to inflict arm bind, well, 4 of its skills relies on the arms. And if it lasts long enough, you can basically bypass most of its attacks. Blinding it is also a good option because it helps prevent most of its attacks from landing correctly. Now, I did say before that this boss has an auto-revive. But if you play your cards right, so an explanation for that is, if it takes lethal damage from poison attacks, then the auto-revive will not trigger. So thanks to Momoka's toxin injection, boosted and triple charged, she was able to help the party bypass the Endure. She really is Chaos Incarnate. So with the golem down, we try to look for the treasure, but was the story about Edu just that, a story? You may not have found anything, but you should report it that you have searched the area back at the pub. So there is no hidden treasure in here, for whatever reason. So let's see what's going on with that. I'm happy to see you safe. After you left, a client came to me and gave me the truth. His grandson was an adventurer who lost his life in the labyrinth. He heard from his grandson's guild that the boy was killed fighting a monster that lived in a certain place. With that in mind, he started thinking of how to avenge his grandson. The monster was too strong, and no one would accept the quest to simply kill it. That's why he made up a story about the King of Thieves, to get adventurers to fight the monster. I thought it was strange. The stories of Edu are so old, surely nobody who had been with him would be alive today. Besides, there's no real proof that Edu actually existed in any case. Anyway, when the old man had realized what he had done, he realized that his lie might cost others their lives, and that those people would have families too. He came running back here, begging me to take down the job. Of course, by then it was too late. Still, you're back, and you defeated a monster. You'll be happy and you get paid. It's happily ever after for everybody, isn't it? Except the monster. And now we can refight the golem as many times as we want. Oh, that was a weird cut. Within the Emerald Woodlands are 4 vocalists of Blue Moon, traversing the verdant forest in the middle of a task. Passing through a conspicuously open door, they uncover a hidden clearing of 3 stone panels, exactly what they're searching. The current request taken is to look for the treasure that the 3 sides of the astral sky are housing. Stone panels are melted into 3 shapes: the sun, the moon, and a 5-pointed star. This has to be it. Tatsu pipes up, saying that they should recall the instructions given. Yodo pushes a button on one of the stone tablets. Spikes erupt from the grassy ground, punishing the dictator's poor rear as she starts hurling curses. Yodo. As Tatsu was saying, they should recall the instructions and determine the correct input for the stone tablets. Nyado wonders how long that could take, since she was hoping to have more time practicing her idol routines for today. Bibi assures her that taking care of this quest efficiently should still get them enough time for their own projects. Tatsu begins reading the riddle. Golden light baiting ridges, soon swallowed by the encroaching darkness, with a different light being its guidance to return. The team collectively sighed. The answer is that obvious? The golden light is highly likely the sun, while the different light is none other than its counterpart, the moon. By process of elimination, the richest should be the star. They hope. Yodo helpfully points out the richest being part of the star of the Tarot Arcana, Tarot. The dictator grins at presenting her knowledge. The sun, the star, and the moon, in that order. Yodo pushes the buttons in the proposed sequence. Nothing happens. The group collectively wonders what went wrong. Could it be the sequence they inputted? Or perhaps the mechanism isn't functional. Bibi soon realizes that what they were missing in the order they proposed. The guidance to return, which would be none other than the moon guiding the riches to return to the sun. Bibi runs to the sunstone tablet and presses the button. Immediately, a bright light erupts from the stone tablets, frightening the 4 girls. They stand back as they prepare themselves for whatever danger could step foot in the area. It's a giant golden statue of a mantis. It does appear to be presenting a sheen comparable to the alloy. The size of its build shows the effort put into its construction. They can sell it to the market to see if it fetches a high price for the guild. Tatsu points out that they'd have to carry what is undoubtedly a heavy statue that matches its height to their combined sun. Bibi shivers at the prospect, fearful that her twig arms might not help much in the matter. The golden mantis statue growls in confusion, having not a clue what they could be talking about. Yoda assures the statue that it shouldn't worry so much of their plans. The party pauses. Did the statue just change its expression? The mantis statue roars loudly in defiance of their belief. With the message received, 4 explorers run away, realizing they have sealed the golden horror within the labyrinth. Three other members of Blue Moon hear the terrified cries of 4 familiar-sounding girls, and then... the idols barrel through them in a frenzy, shouting of an FOE's appearance. Unfazed, Sano proposes an idea they were discussing earlier to quickly neutralize the threats. Anna and Don agree to the idea, swiftly making preparations and taking positions. The moment the FOE rushes into the specified area, it's quickly entangled in a trap of the thickest vines. All courtesy of Hana, who's knowledgeable about the thick vines among them. But what follows next? The Sano and Don, blades drawn, as they rush through the golden FOE. The beast has become mincemeat, its vital arteries severed carefully yet rapidly by swings too quick for the monsters to see. The FOE is slain thoroughly, giving Blue Moon another victory. The 4 girls behind him sigh in relief, no longer worried about getting crushed by a giant golden statue. What part of that slicing mantis made it appear to be a crushing statue? The other 3 wonder. Regardless, the exploration for fortune continues on, with a heightened sense of danger along the way. I've gotta find a detective. Decided to take their quest, have you? You remember that detective guy, right? He told me he was going into the forest, but he never returned. I know a lot of the patrons in this pub look forward to his stories. A lot of people are worried about him. He didn't say where he was going, but he did leave this note behind. It's a bit long, but let me read it. Once property of man, now belonging to the insects who dwell below. The light of the ore becomes the sun. The shadow points to the 4 doors. From under the sun, south 2 steps and 1, west 1 step, and again south 2 steps and 1, there below. The honey shall become an orb, and regain its shine. That's it. Do you have any idea what that means? Come to think of it, that customer over there was worried about the detective's disappearance too. Maybe if you work together, you'll be able to get a hint about where the detective's gone. Nah. We can solve this. As you walk through the forest, you see a familiar figure, Austin the detective, facing away from you. Did he come all this way by himself? He doesn't appear to be with anyone else. You remember the quest from the pub to look for Austin in the labyrinth. Talk to the detective? You decide to talk to the detective. Oh, Blue Moon? I didn't think I would see you here. One of the regulars at the pub became worried about me and hired you to find me, I presume. Well, I apologize for causing others to worry. Still, you didn't happen to come here using the notes I left behind by any chance. Did the note help you find him? Yeah? You nod, and the detective looks straight into your eyes. That's so. Allow me to ask you this then. What is the sun? The sun, myself, the mining point. You are indeed very skilled and clever adventurers. You have my respect. But it matters not right now. You see, I am here on business. Since you're here, could you lend me a hand? In a matter of seconds, a certain monster should arrive. You're good at fighting monsters, yes? You hurriedly look around for the monster Austin spoke of, but you do not sense anything. Suddenly, immense pressure surrounds you, just as the detective said it would. Now then, my fellow adventurers, I'm counting on you. Toxic worms. They had to be capable of poison, right? I mean, toxic. Draining trust saves the day. All thanks to Rivka. That's the end of that. When the detective approaches the fallen monster, it suddenly rears up and spits poison on him. Futile resistance. You can't believe your eyes. The detective was hit with a massive amount of poison, but all he did was flinch. You ask what just happened. He smiles cynically. Oh, it's an application of simple technology. Anyone could do it if they understood the principle. After confirming the monster's death, the detective examines its carcass. However, it seems he does not find what he is looking for. Austin shrugs and sighs. This one isn't it. I apologize for involving you in my work. Just think of it as bad luck. Still, in the end, he didn't appear. Oh, don't you worry about what I said. If you knew the details, it would only put you in danger. Now then, I must be off. With these words, the detective uses an Ariadne thread and disappears. He must be returning to the pub. You were able to find the missing detective as requested. You should report to the pub when you have time. Alright. Good work, everyone. The detective is back and safe. Still, what a false alarm. Yeah, that's pretty much it. As you walk the blue forest, you find tree branches scattered about near your feet. The wood seems to be of high quality. You decide to put them in your pack to take back to town. Bug nest. Just as you're about to depart, you find more that can be used as materials in the tree before you. They are close enough for you to reach out and take if you wish. You decide that you have already gathered your share from the ground, and further greed can result in nothing good. If you were to examine it further, you will get ambushed. As you stroll by a waterway, you hear the croaking of frogs. The sound grows louder and louder until you realize it's getting out of hand. Coming from all directions. Act quickly before the situation gets out of hand. Let's use an item. You check your belongings in search of an item that may be of use. Find a sonic bomb and a flash bomb. Either the sonic bomb's loud booming noise, or the flash bomb's lights may scare the frogs away. The choice is yours whether to use the sonic bomb or the flash bomb. Let's use the sonic bomb. In the hopes that it will resolve the situation, you hurl the sonic bomb into the river. Moments later, a sound that's deafening even from under the water echoes, and the frogs in the water immediately jump out. They scatter in all directions. As a pleasant surprise, you find many valuable materials around that must have been dragged out by the fleeing frogs. Your decision seems to have been sound, and you begin to gather the materials. In the depths of the forest, glance about your habits upon an unexpected figure. It seems to be watching your every move from its position, amidst the grass some distance away. The only adventurers you can think of who would dare tread this deep would be the duo of Ren and Zlatka. But would they hide themselves and watch you from afar this way? Weigh the options of approaching the unknown figure or ignoring it. Approach the grass? You attempt to approach the figure, and it seems to have anticipated this and disappears into the forest. You decide to remain cautious of any other unfamiliar figures as you go on your way. As you walk alongside of water, you find a number of holes in the ground. The holes seem just large enough for a person to move around in. Your curiosity is piqued as to what may be inside the holes. Peer into the hole? You direct your light into the hole and find that the sides gradually slope downward. Past a certain point, the hole curves, and you cannot tell what might be further within. You must pull back from the hole for now and decide what to do next. Decide to send Rivka into the hole to see what might be inside. Some time passes before Rivka jumps out in panic. When you ask what's wrong, Rivka says that a giant crab monster was lurking deeper within a hole. The party quickly mobilizes, ready for the giant crab to show itself at any moment, but nothing emerges. Could the giant crab be uninterested in chasing after you? If you dare, you may check inside this hole once more. In order to investigate a second time the hole where the giant crab lurks, you send in Bunzi Uto. Bunzi! Once again, some time passes before Bunzi comes crawling out, in much less of a hurry than before. To hear Bunzi tell it, there was indeed a crab deeper within. There was, but only its molted shell now remains. The crab most likely nested here once, leaving behind only its slugged-off shell. You leave the area, mulling over the workings of nature. Interesting stuff. As for the reason why I'm doing this battle right here, I'll show up in just a moment. There he is. A giant enemy crab. I forgot what was his name again. I should have prepared all of this beforehand. It's been over a month. Okay, Aquatic Butcher. HP is 3385, attack is 37, defense is 36. It's weak to Volt, and resists all physical attacks. Its skills are Charge. Using its head, it charges up power for the next turn, increasing physical damage dealt. And Reaper Claws. Using its arms, it deals heavy cut damage to a party member, and also has a chance to instantly kill them. Fun stuff. Yeah, that's an insta-kill. Let's think of it, I don't have anyone who's capable of dealing headbinds, so... This one's a tough one. As long as the medic is not dead, it is fine. Oh, and now he's dead. This battle could have been better, but... at least he stopped using some of the attacks for a bit. Sano dodged it. Alright. Sano. Nice. That's another FOE down. As you walk by a forest waterway, you notice bubbles rising to the water's surface. It seems air is seeping out from somewhere, forming pockets that are rising from below. There may be something worth noting at the bottom. You are tempted to see what it is. Check the waterway bottom. Water is easily shallow enough for you to investigate with your bare hands. There is no need to step into it. As you grope around the bottom, you come away with a large shellfish. It seems this is what was creating the water bubbles. You wonder if it's good to eat. Try eating it? When you make up your mind to bite into the still trashing shellfish, you are met with a surprisingly sweet taste. Party recovers 30 TP. You are unable to find another shellfish, having just disturbed the water, but another may drift by later. If you happen to pass this spot again, perhaps you could search for another shellfish then. Blood of God's Tears. And two more crabs. Two more quests. Decide to take a request, have you? This truck comes from Ian, the owner of the general store. He wants everything you can chop from the third stratum. Everything, huh? That sounds like a lot. Luck. Crab catchers. Decide to take a request, have you? This was posted by a biologist who has lived in this town for quite a long time. He says he wants to research the giant crabs that live in the third stratum, but he can't find any. You're supposed to live on B13F, but if there's something there, it has to be on that floor. Good luck, everyone. You stand before the hole you found the empty giant crab shell in. You recall the quest you accepted to find an empty crab shell. The shell you found should be perfect for this job. Pull the crab shell from the hole, making sure not to damage it. Quest is complete. Turn it into the pub when you have time. And through this battle, we get the bug nest needed. You have obtained the bug nests as requested. All that remains is to deliver them to the pub for your reward. You reach a lake within a forest that seems as vast as an ocean. As you look about in wonder, a shadow suddenly appears before you. I warned thee, step no further into this vale. As the shadow steps into the light, it is revealed to be a youthful-seeming girl. Her glare at you, however, lacks more of malice than innocence. This forest is our sacred ground. Woe betide any who trespass. The girl disappears as quickly as she came. She be the humanoid life form? Seeing that you will need to go deeper into the labyrinth to investigate this, you decide to press on. Alright, Creeping Death. HP is 4500, attack is 38, defense 34. It's weak to ice and resists stab attacks. Its one skill is Vicious Bite. Using its head, it can deal quite a bit of it's a melee attack to the entire body. Vicious Bite is most certainly a very damaging attack. I think that its power also grows each time. Not exactly a good thing. I honestly don't know what would be a good strategy for this boss. If anything, headbinds, paralysis, and blinding ailments are usually the best course of action for Creeping Death. Panic is also good too. Oh, its power doesn't seem to increase. I was thinking of Cerulean from Etrian Odyssey 4. Ah well. There's bugs somewhere flying around here somewhere. Alright, that one's done. You obtain the materials asked for by the general store owner. Deliver them to the pub to complete the request. And then if we go over here... something strange catches your eye, and you halt your walk by the waterside. At your feet are some odd marks, as if something was crawling about on the ground. That seems to be the extent of it, however. You shrug, unbothered by the tracks, and resume your journey. While exploring, you find a box. Obtain a violet key. You obtain a purple crystal shard that emits a wondrous light. It releases a low pitch and a dazzling glow, as if resonating with something. Perhaps it opens the purple crystals entwined with ivy seen elsewhere in the labyrinth. Deciding that it will surely have its uses, place a violet crystal shard in a pack with your other valuables. That's going to open up the violet doors. Anyways, we got quests to turn in. Just request 1 complete. Good job, everyone. You have 1, 2, 3 bug nests. Jackson will be happy when he gets these. Still, is he really going to make food with these? I don't think I'd want to eat whatever he's cooking up with these things. How about you? Would you like to taste it? Yeah, huh? That's just a bit too exotic for me. I'd pass too. Damaging for IN2 complete. Good job, everyone. Rock, coral, and sea branch. Cat and narcissus. There are a lot of materials to be found in the forest. Quest or no quest. Sure to collect them if you can. Well, I have this sent to the client. Thank you. Crab catchers complete. So you found a sample for research? Good work. And what is that sample? You show her the empty crab shell. That's the sample? Well, it is perfect for his research. Can you just put it in that box over there? No, don't hand it to me. Put it in a box. Thanks. Anyway, thank you. Here's your reward. Alright. We are ready! As you navigate the Blue Forest, you sense a strong, imminent threat from beyond the door. Even with your experience thus far, the presence is stronger than anything you've faced. Are you ready for anything? Have you prepared yourself to confront any creature? If you have confidence in your skills, then open the door and meet your fate. As you continue through the bush, you come across a vast expanse of water. It's as if an ocean was suddenly transported to the middle of the forest. Within the blue-tinted oasis, you see a distant shadow. It must be the inhuman girl you met once before. You can walk towards her if you want. It is the humanoid girl you encountered before. She raises a shrill cry upon seeing you. Trespassers from the sealed lands, by what right dost thou desecrate our sacred ground? Thy presence here violates the ancient pact between our peoples. I have warned thee. Thou paid me no heed. Face then, the guardian of our holy land. With this, the inhuman girl gives a sharp, high-pitched whistle. The sound resonates through the forest, and a huge creature appears in response. That's a giant manticore. Hear me, Coral Triangle. Smite these vile intruders. Such is a girl's cry before vanishing into the forest. But you have no time for pursuit. The monster that flies through the air as easily as swimming is about to attack. Alright, Coral Triangle. HP is 9,260. Attack is 43. Defense is 33. Weak to fire, resists volt, and is completely immune to ice. Its status weakness. It's weak to curse. Status resistant to stun, sleep, paralysis, and blind. Status immune to petrify and instant death. Its skills are Aqua Veil. Using its head, it raises fire resistance for 3 turns. Coiling Tail. Using its legs, it binds the head, arms, or legs of a single target. Blood. Using its arms, it deals heavy ice damage to random party members. It won't hit the same target more than once, and it may cause sleep. It also hits 3 to 5 times. Freeze Aura. Using its head, it increases physical and elemental attack for 3 turns. Ice Breath. Using its head, it deals heavy ice damage to the entire party. And Tackle. Using its legs, it deals melee bash attack that pierces across lines, dealing heavy damage. So, unlike the battle with Coral Triangle and Red Sun, I actually came a little bit more prepared this time. At least I think I did. Yeah, I did. So Lulubelle here has Ice Wall, which prevents stats from working. Yeah, the last time I fought this battle in Red Sun, and I only lucked out because I inflicted Headbind on Coral Triangle and just kept on losing a whole bunch of turns. And the Headbind just lasted for so many turns that I was able to get through it without either an Ice Wall or Frost Fantasia. Alright. The dread monster begins to slowly fall before your eyes. The shadow behind the collapsing horror has apparently already escaped. But where it lurked, you find a stone tablet engraved with a mysterious language. It came from the unknown shadow. It may be a useful clue. Rada Hall might know more. Mysterious Slate. Don't mind me, I'm just being silly. Mapping the entire area like this. We do see some far off floors that we can, well, areas that we can traverse over there, but that's for later. Fourth stratum, sandy barrens, the pathless drifting sand. We will explore that in episode 4. Lurker in the Rainforest complete. So, you met this unknown life form, and it dropped this tablet. This engraving is in some language beyond our ken. I'll assign Arata's best researchers to it. With enough study, we may gain insight into this girl's nature. We'll keep the tablet safe at Rada Hall. You should continue with your investigations. Ah, and how could I forget? We have a reward for your hard work, of course. Yeah! And that's that. Okay. Blue Moon episode 3 complete. There was supposed to be a bit more that I want to show off, but I'll save that for episode 4, I guess. So, speaking of episode 4, I will not be streaming Red Sun and Blue Moon episode 4 next week, but it will be later in February. I just need to get everything else prepped up, so until then, for next week, it will be Battle Network 4 Red Sun and Honkai Star Rail. And oh yeah, we got a Splatfest going tomorrow for chocolates. That should be fun. Okay, see you all another time. Goodbye.